Hello everyone, my wonderful community here on YouTube and my social media. It is so lovely to be back with you. Today I'm out in the forest lands here, in with nature, in with the trees, on my own, just to feel the stillness and the peace within. It's so important that we take time to do that, just to be within nature, to feel the aliveness within nature, the life force that flows throughout this wonderful planet that we're on, and just to come away from the rat race, come away from all of the responsibilities in life that we hold, from the system that we're in, from the need to earn money, to provide, to be there for others, just to be with ourselves for once. It's okay to be self-focused. I was going to say self-centered, but it's not self-centered. It's okay to come and be self-focused, focused on the self for once in a while, because so many of us out there are just so busy giving to others, busy doing, busy making money, busy paying the bills, and we forget that we're part of something much greater than the man-made system that we see all around us. And when you come out into nature, you remember a little bit of the greatness of this universe and the absolute awesome life force that runs through everything. Just looking at the lush trees and the life force that's running through all the different types of vegetation, and the sound of the birds, the life force through the birds, and the life force through the sound of the squirrels that are scuttling around here, and all the other things, the foxes, the beings, the other spiritual beings that we share this planet with. When we can get in touch with nature, we get in touch with something much bigger than ourselves. And this is why it is good to be self-focused, to go within, to get to know your true self. Because when you do that, you actually find that you are connected and interconnected with everything around you. And it's no longer about you, but about oneness with the all. And that's when you start to find peace within, and you get in touch with something much greater than yourself, that shows you that you are part of an immense reality here, and it isn't just about the blinkered viewpoint of getting up in the morning, feeding the kids, paying the bills, looking after your pets, seeing to your friends' needs, looking after all of those around you who you feel need a little bit of help, support and emotional upliftment. You have to nourish yourself, and you do that by coming out into somewhere like this beautiful place and just being with yourself. Now, of course, we're never really alone. That's the irony of it. And I was doing that. I came out here into nature and I just sat in the peace and the quiet, just wanted some time to be with me, to be in the energy around me and to feel that life force around me. And as I did that, I then felt White Feather, my spirit guide, coming close to me. Now, any of you who have read my book, What the Dead Are Dying to Teach Us, you'll know about White Feather. I also mention him in Answers from Heaven, and basically it's been a journey for me to understand through my life that we have spiritual teachers walking with us, guiding us, supporting us, and they're always there when we need them. And I felt White Feather coming close to me, and he was imparting upon me something. He was saying to me, it's okay to be real, just be real and teach people to be real. And it inspired me to pull out my camera here and to just do a little vlog, really. I went and got my tripod and just came and sat here in the trees and just thought, I'm going to speak about being real. Because what I've noticed with the many students that I've taught over 25 years now of being a medium and a spiritual teacher and an author, is that many people that come into a spiritual way of life and take on board a spiritual practice often think that those who are teaching them are perfect, that have somehow reached some level of perfection. And it's just simply not true, because none of us would be here. Even the greatest spiritual teachers that have walked this planet would not be here if we were so spiritually evolved we'd reach perfection. The idea of coming to this planet is so that you can experience the ups and the downs, the hardships, the good times, the suffering, the plane's going over when you're trying to make a video and you want to look completely professional, but you can't because there's a plane up there, because we're sharing this planet. But this is real. This is unedited. So much of what we see on the internet is all being doctored, changed. You're not seeing people's true selves. You're not being the true you. And whenever we build a society like that where we hide ourselves and we don't really honour our authentic selves, then we are never going to find happiness. We have to be real. We have to be real. So we come to this planet programmed full of societal constructs, trying to follow societal norms to fit in best we can so that we can get along, we can make money, we can provide for ourselves, we can survive in this world. And oftentimes it means that we feel like some of our integrity is being taken, that we're not able to just be our true, vulnerable, loving selves without fear of reprimand, judgment, owning our truths. And in the spiritual movement, it strikes me particularly so. There's nothing but judgment, I find, anyway. Even within the spiritual movement, people are quick to judge how much you're earning, what you're doing, even though they don't even know you, they don't know the sweat, blood and tears that's gone into your personal strife, mission, want to serve others, to self-grow, to give to others. And there's a judgment being formed because everybody is coming from their own heads. Most of us are not in the soul space, we're in the head space. We're in from the solar plexus, which is the seat of the ego, that chakra point. We're not coming from the heart space, which is the heart chakra. It's that non-judgmental, unconditional place of just even tolerance. We don't even seem to have tolerance these days, do we? It's very hard to be real. It's very hard to be real. And so I was feeling White Feather come close to me, feeling the inspiration, feeling the unconditional love of the spirit dimensions coming around me, allowing me to know that it's okay that we're not perfect. It's okay that we have up days and down days. It's all right to teach people that being spiritual is not being perfect. In fact, you're perfectly imperfect. Part of the suffering, the strife, the need to let go of the ideas you're holding, the prison within your mind. You are here to go through that, to be imperfect, so that you can learn how amazing you are, that you can get back to your true self, that you can discover who you really are in there. And it's so deep. It's a universe within you. So this is what I want to say to you, is if you're embarking on a spiritual journey, if you've found your way to me, if you are perhaps maybe you've lost a loved one, or you're just seeking greater knowledge about spiritual truths, and you found your way to mediumship, you found your way to me because, you know, I'm a practitioner working with the spirit world, and you're feeling like you're right at the beginning of everything, and you're seeing all the work that needs to be done within yourself, and the way that you have been controlled through most of your lifetime by the societal norms and the way that the mainstream narrative thinks. And you may be feeling like you need to be hard on yourself. You're having especially when we're empathic. Spiritual people naturally are empathic. They're able to feel and sense others' emotions, but also deeply their own. When you get to that space where you're ready to seek and find more, it's so often easy to start beating yourself up, to have that negative voice in the head telling you you're not spiritual enough, you're not kind enough, you're not loving enough, that, you know, a spiritual master would be this way or that way. Well, that's expectation and judgment, and what a spiritual master would never be is judging you for who you are. They will understand perfectly where you're at, why you're where you're at, and they will love you for it. So you don't have to be perfect. It's okay to have down days. It's okay to have struggles, strife, suffering in life, to be knocked off your perch for a bit, to have wobbles. In fact, it's imperative that you do. It's imperative you do. If you just go through life all smooth and easy, then you're not doing enough to get into the shadow work, into the true self, to find out all the things that you need to let go of, release, that are no longer serving you for who you are now. And that process is an eternal unfoldment. It's my true belief that you've come here many, many times already, that you've had many lifetimes, and you are constantly working towards higher and higher states of consciousness and evolution. This is what it's all about. So, you know, it's not realistic to think that spiritual people, once they reach a level of spiritual understanding, are sitting there like, completely zen, unaffected from the stresses and the strifes of this world. They are. All they're learning is how to let go of that suffering, or to honour that suffering, or to allow is the word, one of my favourite words, to allow things to be as they are. It is what it is, to sit in that now, to allow life to unfold for you without feeling that you've got to control every little minutiae, because you won't be able to control it, and within the control comes the suffering. There are times when you can take action, and there are times when you just need to allow. And taking action is much more different to controlling. When you take action, you become part of a greater picture. You're allowing, you're in a moment where the flow of energy is coming through, and you're able to take action on something and create something much different from taking control. Hate to tell you this, folks, but we're not in control. We are standing on a globe, on a ball of rock, an awesome ball of rock that is hurtling through space, and there is no driver, and we're all sitting on it. Take your hands off the wheel, let your soul lead you. Start to remember who you really are. And when you reach that point within, where you access that unconditional nature within you and the awesomeness of life, then you can allow yourself to be real. And the amazing thing about that is, when you have your down days, when you have your anger that rises and you realise, oh, don't like this about myself, how do I change it? You can at least be kind on yourself. Give yourself self-love. Treat yourself how you would like others to treat you. And then you can really start to make change, to grow and to expand, to be real, and to just allow life to show you its awesome wonder. So I felt White Feather close to me. I knew that there was some kind of teaching, expression, inspiration, philosophy. I just think this is a thought for the day, really, isn't it? That I wanted or needed to share with you. So whatever I say, if it speaks to you, wonderful. If it doesn't, you're free to let go of it. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. That's the beauty of a spiritual pathway. It's your divine pathway, no one else's. You get to understanding in your own time, in your own way. And no one knows more than you do. It's all within yourself. You just have to access it and rise up into those higher states of emotional well-being. And then when you have your down days, then when you have your struggles, then when you're feeling anger, then when you're feeling like you can't love the people that you want to love, you can also get into that deeper aspect of yourself where you understand, yeah, but this is who I really am. This moment's going to pass. This is just a physical, emotional response to this earthly world. It's not truly who I am. And the emotions subside quicker, and then you can get on to, if you need to apologise or adapt your behaviour or get back to a moment of stillness and peace within. But be real. Be real. People see your authenticity, they see your genuine nature, they see your heart, they see your soul. You're giving off energy all the time, and we are energy beings. Those around you feel it, sense it, know it for themselves, even if they don't want to admit it. When you're moving from a high frequency place, which is your understanding even that your anger, your frustrations, your anxiety, your panics, your stresses, your strains, and all your joyful emotions are simply energy, and you're putting that out there, then you're on the road to mastery. You're on the road to being able to understand what being real really is, and having some element of ability to use all of that energy to create your best, most fulfilling life. So I'm going to leave these words with you. If you've enjoyed this video, please click subscribe. You will get all of my updates about where I'm working, what I'm doing, spiritually speaking, to do with healing, to do with teaching, to do with my books, my writing, and just if you want to receive some inspiration in your day, something to think about, something to meditate on as you go about your own personal wonderful life. So I shall be back soon with more videos. Please click like, feel free to comment below, and I look forward to being back here with you all soon.